So most times, the Christianity we practice is like asembaye. Like this is what we met. This is what have been said. But this is not the real truth. Like as last week, I was tackling some of the clothes, the male not to wear the clothes of a female, and the female not to wear the clothes of a male. I think I spoke about jewelry too. Did I? Or I didn't talk about jewelry. We had some person say, if you wear your ring, you're a sinner. In the book of what? Chapter what? Verse what? So God told the Israelites, say, borrow earring from the Egyptian. Borrow not a few. Carry plenty. Because you are about to go with them. You know, gold, silver. Then God also was saying in the book of Ezekiel, he said, I decked thee with ornament, with earring, nose ring, leg chain. He said, you have not followed me. So if God gave you ornament, nose ring, earring, that means God gave you sin. Do you get it now? So somebody told me, say, earring is a sin. I said, then God is the biggest sinner. Do you know how lavish God is? How would you build somewhere, you call it heaven, then you build the ground, all the streets made of gold? And you are here, you are suffering, trying to look like Jesus. And Sakpa will kill you. You don't have the mentality of Jesus. Sakpa will remove your head. So what's the fruit they ate in the garden? Just shut up and pretend as if you didn't hear me. My God. So over the years, they've told us that it's apple. Then they say Adam apple. So Adam ate it, then he made it. Really? So the same Adam apple appeared in the throat of Jesus, who was sinless. We know you and your activities. How about Jesus, who was sinless, the Lamb of God? So this was how God created Adam. With the... There's no record in the Bible that what Adam ate was apple. There's no record in the Bible. The people that said apple was because at that time, apple and some of these grapes, they were for the rich. So they felt like what the devil would have used to convince Adam and Eve, or Eve and Adam, would have been apple. So till date, we still have preference for apple here. You know that? So if somebody comes to your house and see agbalumo, what do they call it in English? Are you sure it's sherry? Because I don't trust you people. Huh? Sherry? Somebody say licky licky. Thank God for R.O. R.O is taking people out of trenches. So, if somebody were to see sherry in your fridge, what do? They feel like, it's normal. If they see orange there, they feel it's normal. But the moment they see apples, they'll be like, senior man. Senior man. Because it's not common everywhere. There are specific places it can grow. Except for some now that they are hybriding. They can now grow almost everywhere. Do you understand? So there's nowhere in the Bible where the Bible says Adam ate apple. As a matter of fact, who wrote the book of Genesis? Brother Moses. Brother Moses wrote the book of Genesis. And as at Genesis, he was not born. He was born in Exodus. So Moses was born where? In Exodus. That means Moses didn't see all these things with his own eyes. He was just sharing his vision. And his vision was what he wrote about. Do you understand? Like also the story of Enoch. Was just sharing his vision. So if Moses is sharing his vision, as a prophet, let me teach you something. There are some things that God is going to show you, maybe in your dream. They are called, I'm trying to break down the English, like allegory, like parable. And these parables, you need to understand it very, very well. Sometimes God can show everybody the same thing, but the interpretation will be different. Depending on how much they know God. Are you here or you went home? Depending on how much they know God, depending on what they do with their day-to-day life. Sometimes God will drop the same message, but he will bring it to you with what you do with your day-to-day life. Like for example, I'm a big fan of boxing. Like you people love football, I love boxing. I follow it. Just this Sunday here was a very painful day for me. I follow boxing and MMA. So Kamaru Usman lost. It was a mistake, you know. Kamaru Usman lost. The Nigerian Nightmare. He lost. As if that was not enough. Anthony Joshua lost to Alexander Usyk. So I follow boxing, I follow MMA. I used to follow wrestling before, then I realized it's traditional dance. I said, no. I want where they can hurt somebody, for real. But I still love wrestling, I love it. Because even you will not go and fight here, they break your head now. So I love it, it's safe. So I told you about a vision I had one time. Because God knew that I love boxing. God showed me a vision, 2019, the beginning of 2019, which was one of the hardest years of this church. Some of you that were here, you know, it was hell. 2019 was hell. So by January, I was just in church in that our former side. So I was praying, oh Lord, show me how you want the year to be. And God showed me a vision. And I saw 12 rounds. And I saw myself with boxing glove and everything. And I was really training for boxing. And I had a coach. Then I saw my opponent was telling me, I'll finish you. And then my opponent was the devil. And he too was training. So my coach now tell me that 12 rounds, if we can train for, I think, 3 months. He said, if you train for 3 months, you will conquer. He said, if not, he said, from the 5th to the 7th round, he said, he may knock you out. So I said, knock me out? I began to train. And my coach was by me. And I'll be doing, and I was training. And that's how the vision cleared up my eyes. I said, now I need to stop watching boxing. Now my brain is playing a fast one on me. What's happening to me? Then I said, oh, let me just forget the dream and pray. While I was praying again, the same coach came and said, I am the Holy Spirit. He said, I am the Holy Spirit. He said, what you saw there, that 12 months, that 12th round is 12 months. He said, the devil may knock you out from the 5th to the 7th month. He said, so prepare 3 months. That's January, February, March. Trust me, I prepare for some days. You get it? I launched into fasting from January. My wife is a very good cook. You know the rest of the story. I tried and tried and tried. I said, the year seemed peaceful. So I stopped fasting. You see, from that 5th month, I saw hell. The 6th month was July. Right? June. June, right? Then July. I saw hell. My God. Some of you that are here, you know what's up. I saw hell. When I say hell, I saw hell. I cried. The man in me left. I would go to the mountain, I would cry and cry and cry. I was thinking, shaking salon. Where will I start from? And one day I was on the mountain and the Lord reminded me of the vision. So I started the fast back. I started the prayer back. And some of you came and you met me in part of those prayers. How many of you came to the mountain we used to use and you had me praying that night? Many are the increase that troubled me. I know Squidward was there. I remember you. Who again? You were there. I didn't know that they were coming, so I just came to the mountain and it was my prayer time. And I saw them coming. I was now trying to recover the prayers I've lost. And by the time I prayed very well, 3 months after then, I bought a car. The next 3 months, we bought R.O land. Imagine a bigger prophet prophesying that I would die, as in the church would die in 6 months. And made my pastors left me, 2. A bigger prophet prophesied. And 2 of my pastors left me. Instead, in 6 months, I bought a car. I bought land for church. We started building. Instead, he didn't see the vision well. They are the ones that died. Their career died. Everything died. This is how God can just turn things around. Pa! Now, don't be carried away by the story. So, I'm just trying to say how God shares visions. Are you here or you went home? How God shares visions to us. How we see vision. Most times, we don't see vision the way you think we see it. We only give you the interpretation. Sometimes I'm passing somebody and I come back. I can hear smell of death. And you come there, you not hear anything. And I say, I'm seeing death. Did I see? No, I had. Or I smell. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? Now, let's go back to Moses. Everything Moses was saying was allegory. It was parable. So Moses saw a vision, which is Genesis. Moses was born in Exodus, in it. Moses was born in Exodus, in it. So everything he saw in Genesis that he wrote about Adam and Eve, he was sharing a vision. Do you understand? And Moses never wrote apple. It was our fathers that put apple there. So when Moses was writing and he said, the tree of life and death, I would want us to read again. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Are you here? And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For God know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Which tree did God say they shouldn't eat? The tree of good and evil, right? Please answer me. Have you lost me? So God said they shouldn't eat the tree of good and evil, right? So the woman, now the serpent is saying, if you eat it, God knows that you know good and evil, right? What if I told you that there was no tree there? That the tree, he spoke about 3 trees here in this chapter and another chapter, which is the tree of good and evil, the tree of life, and the fig tree that they used to sew apron, right? The tree of good and evil, the tree of life, and the fig tree. These 3 trees. What if I told you the only one that exists as a tree is only the fig tree? So the tree that the Bible was speaking about, good and evil, is allegory. That was what Moses could relate to. So God showed him what he could relate to. So the tree that bear good and evil is what? The devil by himself. Shall I proceed? The three that bear good and evil is the devil himself. I will explain. And I have biblical, I know that many of you are scholars here. You are just looking at me and say, just land with this thing. So the three, good and evil, is the devil. Do you know why I say it's the devil? As at that time, there's no other being that knew good and evil except the devil. So he had been good with God. Huh? Then he fell down. That's where he became the devil. Sin was found in him. So Lucifer became the devil. Evil. Just add D to evil, you get devil. So the only person that knew about good and evil is the devil. So Adam didn't know about good and evil. Adam only knew good because his spirit was from God, right? The angels that were in the garden, they knew good alone, right? God by himself, they say, God, in him, there's no evil. So God also does not do evil. God forbid. So the tree of good and evil is who? The devil. But the Bible says God planted it. It means God created who? The devil. So God created Lucifer. Sin created devil. Are you getting it thus far? Don't worry, you will get it by the time I further. Then the tree of life spoke about Jesus. You should understand that. So when he came, he said, the Son of Man have came, that ye may have life, and that ye may have it in abundance. He said, I am the bread of life. And by the time God was cursing them, God told them, he said, let them eat from the bread of what? From the tree of life and live forever. Hey, oh my God. Let them eat from the tree of life and live forever. Because if they have encountered Jesus, they will still know this good and evil and they will live forever. I'll show you in the book of John. So that was what Moses could understand. There was no tree that anything was growing there. Can I shock you? You think it's what he ate that defiled him? Remember, Jesus was with his disciples and with the Pharisees. And they told him, they said, why didn't you wash your hand before eating? And Jesus answered and said to them, he said, it is not what a man eats that defile a man, but what cometh out of him. And they say, why? He said, because when he eats, it will enter here, it will come out from here. He said, but what cometh out of him is from his heart. Are you getting what I'm saying? So if Jesus is saying it is not what you eat that defile you, how does apple defile Adam? Because he ate it, he would have digested and it would come out. Not only apple, it's carrot. Oh, watermelon. Agbalumo. Go for the word of God. It will take you deeper. So what did Adam eat in the garden? Only apple. So God was simply showing Moses that I told them to stay away from this guy. Because if they meet this guy already knows good and evil. He has been good before with me. Now he's evil. So he's the good and evil. But instead, they should mingle with everyone, with this one that has life. And then they don't need life, safe. It was just naturally part of them. But now, good and evil cannot survive with the kind of life they brought from God. So if they have taken the good and evil, you need to drive them out. Because by the time they mix it with life, they live forever. It is not about the food. Not what comes inside a man defile a man, but what cometh out of him. If it were to be apple, every one of you will still be in the garden now. Because apple does not defile a man. Instead, it's a vitality. It's for vitality. Are you getting it now? Can I teach you a little prophetic? You want to know? Can we open John 6? John 6. I'll show you something. You will understand me better. John 6. How many of you have had this question seriously in your heart? And you've been wondering, what do they even really eat? Is it apple? Some of you see apple like this, it's come to your mind. Huh? You see apple, it comes to your mind that now this thing put me for trenches, so leave innocent apple alone. So this tree of life, tree of good and evil, they are allegories, they are parables. That was what Moses would understand, because at their time there were farmers and basically farmers, agricultural farmers. Is it horticulture? What's horticulture? Then what again? Livestock. They went into livestock also. So God will speak to, if God showed him a vision concerning boxing, how will he understand? Because then there was no boxing. Are you here or you went home? So God had to bring it to his level. I was telling him about tree of good and evil and tree of life. Are we there? John 6. Are you there? We'll read 57. We'll read from 57 downward. Want to go? I'm not hearing you. Maybe somebody lead with the microphone.
As the living Father hath sent me, and I live by the Father, so he that eateth me, even he shall live by me. This is that bread which came down from heaven, not as your father did eat manna and are dead. He that eats of this bread shall live forever. This thing said...
Wait. This is Jesus saying, I am the bread. If you eat me... okay, let's finish the reading. Let's finish the reading. You will see a lot there.
This thing said he in the synagogue, as they taught in Capernaum. Many therefore of his disciples, when they had heard this, said, This is an hard saying. Who can hear it? When Jesus knew in himself that the disciples murmured at it, he said unto them, Does this offend you? What and if you shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before? It is the spirit that quicketh, the flesh profit nothing. Lest the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. But there are some of you that believe not. For Jesus knew from the beginning who they were that believed not, and who should betray him. And he said, Therefore, I say unto you, that no man can come unto me, except if it were given unto him of my Father.
I'm coming. Can we get another version? Okay, let me just explain the story. You still read it from there. So Jesus was with his disciples and he said, anybody that must see life must eat my flesh and drink my blood. And the disciples say, are we in the school of vampire? This is haram. How do we eat your flesh and drink your blood? And he said unto them, he said, he that eats my flesh will live forever. He said, I am a bread. He that eats of me will live forever. Are you linking it to Genesis? So who is the tree of life? Who is the tree of life? So God said, let's drive them out of here because they have become one of us, knowing good and evil. Lest they eat of the tree of life and live forever. Now Jesus is telling them that he that eats of my bread, my flesh, he lives forever. He that drinks my blood. Have you seen the confirmation there? And they tell him, how do we eat from your flesh? Then he began to speak about believe. Believe. So eating the flesh of Jesus and drinking his blood simply speak about believe. Believe. Huh? Can we quote John 3:16 quickly? Want to go? For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish. So the whole essence of Jesus coming is for us to, whoever believes. Whoever believes. So what is the fruit that was eaten in the garden? Believe. So the devil was there. The devil met them. It's about to get hot. The devil met them in the garden. And the devil began to speak to them, which is the tree of good and evil. And they saw that the fruit was good for the eyes. And was good to make one wise. And they ate it. And their eyes were open. So their eyes were open to the evil side because they were already good. So them two became good and evil. Some of you are still trying to balance the tree, what I'm saying. Okay, the Bible is speaking in the book of, I think Corinthians 14, 13, 14, Corinthians 14, 15, 16, like that, was speaking about the fruit of the Spirit. Where's the tree? Which tree is there? Are you getting it now? So the fruit of the Spirit is what? Love, patience. Then where's the tree? Have you asked yourself, where's the tree? The same thing with the tree of good and evil. Does not exist. It's a man, which is the devil. The same thing with the tree that bring life. Who? Jesus. Jesus. So what happened? Can I explain what really happened? Eve went around the tree of good and evil and began to listen. The fruit thereof makes one wise. Have you ever eaten any fruit that made you wise? The only thing that makes you wise is knowledge. Hey, are you getting it already? So he went from the tree of death, good and evil, and the tree began to counsel her via the serpent. And he said, she looks at the tree, and the seed thereof can make one wise. And she took it, and she ate it. When he said, eat my flesh, what did he say? Believe me. Whoever believes me. So she accepted the information. She took it. And she believes it. And she went straight up to her husband. The moment she believes it, she realized that she was naked. I wonder what the devil has said to her. Maybe the devil said, look at God by himself. He will come to you. He's not even naked. They mumu yourself. They mumu yourself. They waka. They waka. Just naked like that. And she'll be doing, The devil was making her wise. Genesis 3. Let's go and read it again. Some of you, even when Jesus comes, you still come late. Some of you will die last. Because you are a late comer. That's why some people stay 100 and something. Those are people that used to come to church late. When everybody's dead, they will not be saying, I want to die now. Just like the way they'll wake up Sunday morning, around 7, they'll be saying, I want to go to church. I want to go to church. They end up coming by 11. Are you here or you went home? Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, had God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the tree in the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened. How has she been walking about if her eyes was closed before? So knowledge is light. Knowledge is sight. Have you seen people that their eyes are not open to a certain thing like this? They'll just be dumb. Imagine you driving to Lagos, you. So for some of you, it's a safe journey. For some of you, you will not make it to... Yet you have eyes. Because 99% of everything we do during driving is unconscious. Go and ask any driver. Do you know why you are struggling with driving? Because you are still conscious of the brake. Have you seen when a learner, the difference between a learner and we that are very good, I drive anything that has tire, except a trailer. Not trailer, I can drive trailer. Except airplane. They are very conscious. That's why you see a learner, you'll be looking at the leg. And you say, look up. Look up. March break, you must not to. Whoa! They are conscious. Do you understand? But do we have drivers in the house? All of you shouting yes, sir. You give my enemy lifts. And any of all those people that are saying that I'm doing Yahoo, you are going to give them lifts. Somebody provoked me this afternoon, and I called the driver. I said, if you enter your car, you people will not get worried. I don't want to talk. Don't try me. If not, now God there with you, the safe journey. So everything we do as a driver is unconscious. So we don't even know when we mash brake, when we do. But you, drivers, am I saying the truth? You just put it there. It's like your eyes know everything. You get to a level where your eyes know where drive is. As in the eyes of your heart, you just remove it from gear without looking at it. Do you know the tire can turn like this? You don't care. By the time you enter, you are about to move. Something will just let you know that this tire faces. You just turn it on. But a learner will look at the tire. Because he's conscious of everything he does. So their eyes were not blind. They were seeing. It's just that they could not see the evil. They could not see consciously things that don't matter in the spiritual realm. Like being naked. Like being naked. Let me make an example. Can you bring wealth? Just bring wealth. Is she there? Come. I want to show you something. So, can she see me? Can she see me? Does she have eyes? Are you sure? If you think she doesn't, then you don't have eyes. So she can see me, right? Okay, hold on. Do you know that if she were to come to this altar naked, she'll still be looking at you people? Do you know that she does not care? Are you getting what I'm saying? Every one of these fair ladies around you that are doing like God now, they were like this before. So if you were to offer her clothes, she'll still be looking at you like this, like, what are these people doing? What's wrong with them? But does she see? But she's not aware. The Bible said they were naked and they were not ashamed. That's the level she is now, without sin. But from the age of marvelous, if you're naked and you bring her, she will run back. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? I'm just trying to depict what happened in the garden. So the Bible said they were naked and was not ashamed. But the moment they ate of that tree, the tree that was desired to make one wise. So it has nothing to do with fruit. There's no fruit you eat. No matter the fruit you give to that child, she will even stay and be eating it. Do you know that? She will not even know she's naked. So it's not fruit, it's information. So the devil gave them a certain information and said, this, that. And that information made them wise the other way. Made them crafty. And they said, oh, I never knew I was naked. And she ran to the husband. Honey, I want you to discover something. One of the worst things that can happen to you is to be a friend of somebody that does not want to fall alone. Yes, I've seen people like that. By the time they're about to leave a church, they'll come to you and say, what Papa did to me? What Papa did to me? What that pastor did to me? I'll never forget it in my life. Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know this? Do you know that? Do you know this? Do you know that? Okay. Me, I'm going now. If you people like, stay. Me, I've gone. Why add the rest part? Some of you have pitied pastors that are living in a certain church. When they gave them a car in the church, they never talk. When they gave them a house, they never talk. When they gave them, properties, they never speak. But the day small thing happened, they say, now, do you know what senior pastor did? That the Lukoya was explaining this. You know what senior pastor did? Senior pastor did this. Senior pastor did that. Senior pastor did this. Senior pastor did. Me, I've made up my mind, though. Now I'm going. I'm going to be worshiping in number so. Okay, number 13. Olu Crescent, opposite New Deeper Life Church. There, they'll say on the altar, they are sober, they are dropping address. Then they say, thank you. From today on, I just say I should clear my mind. Then they go. Then you see half of the church follow. Half of the church got information that made them wise. Have you noticed? Most of the half of the church that will follow them, they will still come back to the church. It happened to me too, in Kogi. The guy dropped the text, was feeling himself. He dropped the text, said, from now on, Prohet Sinbo is no longer my spiritual father. In case you are watching live, you are dumb. You and everybody that advised you, I know you know now. He said, from now on, Prohet Sinbo is no longer my spiritual father. Prohet Sinbo is part of them, or one of them that impacted me. This boy, I took him from secondary school. He was to write WAEC, right? I brought from secondary school to write WAEC. All he knew in his life was, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are thou, blessed the fruit of the womb. I taught him how to speak in tongue. Taught him how to do deliverance. Taught him how to prophesy. Made him popular. They see him, they shout, son of Major One. Now he said, Prohet Sinbo is one of them that impacted me. One of them, I paid his school fees. Fed him. The parents will even see me and say, this one are your picking now. One of them, one time I gave you my machine and I said you should sell it. Abi? I said sell it. He sold it. He used it to pay one of his school fees. One of them, I kept quiet. Guess where? He now said, now I submitted under, he wrote it down, was bragging. After he said that, he now said that, if you want to pray with me, come and meet me. Guess where he started up his own prayer? Huh? Guess, just guess. The same venue. The same venue with where I dropped him. Ha! Human being, you are wicked. Or we are wicked. The same venue. He didn't know that there's something about anointing that back a man. It did not even last 2 months. It did not even last 2 months there. This is somebody that everybody hail. Now you wear your ring. Now you get called now. He'll wear your ring right here. Hey. Information is the fruit. The devil poisoned their heart. If it were to be fruit, it will enter and come out. That's why Jesus said, the real thing that defiles a man is what comes out of his heart. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So from the heart, the devil gave to Eve. From the heart, Eve saw that she was. Now he's like God. So she took it, told Adam. From the heart. And Adam, God said, what have you done? Hey, wait. When God was looking for Adam, what was the reply of Adam? Adam said, I heard your voice. I hid myself because I was naked. What was the reply of God? Who told you? Una no get up. It is not what did you eat. The first question, who told you? But because Moses must understand all the parable, God had to add, have you eaten from the fruit of the... But the real question is, who told you? Because somebody had to tell you before you know you are naked. Even God coming to you, God does not know if he by himself is naked or not. and he has never seen your nakedness. But now you have gotten the information. That's how some people meet you in the church and say, do you know they are not taking care of you in that church? Who told you? Because even me, I didn't know I wasn't taking care of you. But somebody, some information has put your life in trenches. There are some things you shouldn't know. If you say it's apple, that's the same apple you are eating now. Who told you? Who told you? Have you? So that the story must continue. Have you eaten from the fruit of the... So somebody must have told you. That means if they could pretend, like, oh, now we had this, but we don't care. That means God will see fellowship with them. And God will not know that they've eaten any fruit. So the problem is who told you? And what they were told, they believed it. That's why Jesus said, he that eats my flesh. So eating in the spirit is belief. That's why I taught you something. I said if you eat in your dream and you believe it's poison, it becomes what? Because eating is believing. Eating is what? So what did they eat? They chop information. So when you hear God gave Ezekiel a scroll and say eat it. All your mind is, he just carry paper, they bite them. He just carry paper, they bite them. Who does that? God is saying, see these stuffs I've written. Understand it. Believe it. Have you noticed that there are some people, you are not even seeing their weakness until somebody come and serve you the fruits of good and evil. Some of you here, you have imaginary enemy. Somebody say, I like Amobo because I don't just want me you near him because I don't want you to go close to this because you say, me, I'll begin to keep my distance. So that's why plenty people that would have been our members here, when they are passing, they'll say, people will just say it's a millionaire church. They are not wrong. Some will say, what will I wear? Because they've gotten a misappropriation of information. What will I wear? How can I match up? I was inviting one of the workers here and one of the engineers, and the person said to me, the second engineer said, I think some of you were here then, right? And I laughed. I think we were working here. And the person said, hey, Mama was in church one year. Weekly service. Just weekly service. If you see the kind of girls that are in this church, all of them iPhone 12, iPhone 13, iPhone 12. I say it's a lie. We have people with techno. You use techno now? My love. Jebure. Some of you here, your phones have rank. It has left staff sergeant, corporal, sergeant. Now you are like brigadier general. That's the amount of rubber band that surround. But people just pass and say, this church. One of our mothers was talking and she said, when I came inside the church, all the boys are Yahoo. See how all of them fresh. And you are the problem. Some of you are fresh inside Sakpa. Now, somebody will be around there and the person will say, it's true. Oh. Wait, can I shock you? How many of you have heard some things about this our church before? That it is when you came inside and you understood, you now know that there are 2 ball games from what you had. Can I see your hand? Somebody told me one time, they sat there, you've had 2. What did they say to you? I want to hear. What?
They said mostly Yahoo guys.
Mostly Yahoo guys. Baba. Yahoo boys, no laptop. Those are the fruits I'm talking about. Mostly Yahoo guys. Then they say our girls are Olosho. Just because you are fair. Say they are slay queens. Slay mama. Just because I've taught you to be beautiful. Me okibolori brukuni, man. Remember how you joined here? Some of you were smelling garlic. Smelling onion. Say, walk up to a neighbor and tell the neighbor you're welcome to church. Say, yeah. I remember one time I was preaching about the series of hair in the armpit. You need to see some ladies. I wonder what they wanted to do with the hair in the armpit. You know, say this one a winch. If they use that fly. Baby folk. We were seeing all manner. Beckham. You know Beckham? The one that play football. Which one again? Airbag. Those one, if they have accident and they're doing like that, the BS can just push his airbag. You know, they'll just gather it here. Then we have armweed. Armweed. Those ones is coily. Then we have the set that I'll say, it's not much. See now, it's not much. That's carpet grass. Let me add one more. We have some that it will just be longing down like this. Then it will be brown. That's hair chandelier. So I came here. You know, if your neighbor is not laughing, there's hair there. Tell that neighbor, lift up your hand. Let's check. I am in a namunakopai. They say, lift up your hand, let's check. Sorry, I'm saying, tell you, lift up your hand. Harry Potter, thank you. Have you seen people that they will tell you that you wanted to trek to them, to a hostel or somewhere, and they tell you, be going, I'm coming, and you meet them there. Check their armpit. They are the ones the Bible says, yeah, by the time I came here, I said, don't give me stupid prayer points. Don't let me be praying for husband. When you just need to shave there. Zuzuzu, maslaskus. Shave. Then what again? I say use perfume. If you can't afford perfume, use Aboki perfume. Why are you smelling garlic on a Sunday morning? And the brother is just here and say, I love this baby. I just want to marry you. I just want to marry you. And I say, go and hug somebody. Mostly if you see people changing roles, they have mindset. A brother left here, coming here to hug you. Do you know how many people he passed here? Just your opportunity. I hug you. Hey! They say, turn to the other side and hug somebody. Say, tell somebody you're hug son. Tell him again, you're hug. I hear on when Pastor talk, come away. So I taught you all to be beautiful. And people began to join us. And they began to replicate the same thing. People began to join us. And they began to look wealthy. And they gave us a name. They say it's Yahoo. They say it's Yahoo. I taught you how to talk to people. I ain't afraid of nobody. It is called anakazo. How many of you remember when I preached about anakazo and biazo? I'll subject you. No matter what you have. Because he that is in me is greater than. Some of you are not talking because you are still shy. Tell someone, say, he that is in me is greater than he that is in the world. Then when we are coming with confidence, and we are coming with confidence, there's a... Somebody just said something, was it last 2 weeks or thereabout, or last week? He said, why I don't like that boy and I feel like that boy is fake is the set of people he controls, they are bigger than him. And I say, I'm happy. If I can lead people that are bigger than me, and I humble them, it means I brought righteousness and humility to them. Because they've attended church where people that are not worth up to what you are worth, they are shaman. So they put them in pastoral seat. They put them in the front seat. They come late and they bring them. You here. You here. This church. If cheerful, you go stand for back, you collect. So they gave you those informations. Those are the apple you've been looking for. There's some of you pass. Some will even pass and do sign of cross. They are covering themselves because they don't even know the Spirit of God now. Now they are only subjected to what they know. That's how some of you have hated TB Joshua. He did nothing to you. What is his offense? Because he behaved like Jesus. You hate him. Let me ask you now, what is his offense? You say, they say he used baby for ritual. They say this, they say that. What do you say? What do you know? Hey, you know when we look, and you were under a man of God that had no miracle, had no thoughts yet the Lord, raised no dead, prayer no the answer. You are in trenches, you they collect, and you are okay. Then who does like Jesus? They say how God anointed Jesus Christ of Nazareth, who went about doing good, healing the sick, raising the dead. So this man be like Jesus now. They fed you information. Now it's fake to you. Be careful of information carriers. They fed you information and they say, descend these churches. So, and God is telling you, see, come. The way you are smelling onion, you are far from me. God is saying, come. I can even smell poverty from you. And God said, come. There's diffusion. Come and diffuse. I said, no. I've had. They said, I've had. They said, I've had. There's a woman here. The first time I sent her 10,000 naira, she cried. I mean, she cried. She got to the house, cried. Gather people. She was calling. None of them were saying, Pastor, thank you. Oh. She was crying. She called me again. I want to thank you for it. I now gave her warning. See, I only sent you. You cannot blame me. I said, I only sent you 10,000 naira. Why are you thanking me? Before you see everything you do is buy credit finish. Leave me alone. As I speak to you now, some of you that were here, you know these stories, and she's here. So I speak to you now, God has blessed her. At least she's okay. Okay. In fact, the person that brought her to Akure has gone back to farm. Sometimes you need to block your ear for information. If God is okay with you, block your ear. That's the sin of Adam and Eve. Block your ear. They had, they believed without finding out. Information. Have you heard what is happening? Like these choir people. Papa say. Sometimes I'll just hear Papa say, is there another Papa? When did I? So I say, David, Ferdinand, when did I say? Maybe I don't understand. I say, no, we didn't say you say. Then who say? Somebody say you say. Who? Can you imagine that? Information. Sometimes they give you some kind of irrelevant, stupid information. That me, innocently, I'll just wear my Gucci. Maybe the day they told you I'm Yahoo, that's the day I now wear Louis Vuitton. I now wear Louis Vuitton from up to down. Then I'm now, you know how I walk. This God shot for me, man. Then I'm not walking like that. And I'm trying to just prophesy and you know, then by the time I'm just walking around, looking at people right and left, you are busy trying to descend me. Baba. So the bata pastor here. Olomba agba yahuni. Do you know that there are people that are richer than me here? They just sit down like this. That's why they are not showing you. Because if you call me agba yahu, how about Odogu? There's some Odogu here. How about, what will you call them? Say this one is ritualist. And they don't want to be stigmatized. Because you had. Plenty of people would have joined here, but they had something. They had something. They had something. Not hearing that is a problem of God, but they believed it. Their action shows that they believed it. They believed it, and they begin to react towards it. They begin to react. Before they see, they begin to grieve even the Holy Spirit. Then they give credit to the devil. The day the outburst of God, the power of God break out, they say, Allah, Nikolomo, you don't see you. Imagine if that last week they've come to raid us. Some people will preach us on that Sunday. Because they want to be validated. A church in this street saw one of our members and said, "Say church, I'm on church, Bobo, as if you are my father. Do you even know my age? Because I refuse to look like ancestors." Because I refuse to smell like St. Michael's spray. Do you know my age? Say church, I'm on I know him shame you. Ọlọ́run ló mọ nǹkan tó ń wàásù fún yín. Kò sọ òótọ́, ìjọ tó bá ti ń sọ òótọ́, àwọn èèyàn kì í pọ̀. Shut up! Òótọ́, òótọ́. These people are wise people. Are you wise or dumb? Then who saw òótọ́? You that saw òótọ́. A lady told me something. She was in a certain church. She slept all through. She slept to the extent where who she invited there now woke up. They don't finish more, they go. Where is Glory? Oh, you were there when she was saying it. She said, "Papa, I slept." The lady that she invited woke up and said, "They don't finish more, they go." Where has the author truth become boring? Truth is never boring. Some people go to church, they don't even know what they gain. What's the title of the message? What does the message say? Jesus law. But Jesus law. When Jesus was going, who they afford you colonna, who she heal, and there are many afford you in your side. And you say Jesus heal afford you, and you want to do soap 500,000 for afford you. Is somebody learning something? You can never ever in this life worship here for 2 months and you don't see change in your life. If you worship here for 2 months, no change in the way you think, change your church. If your church cannot change you, change your church. That's the problem of our parents. They went to places where all through their life, they are 50 years old. All through their life, they are in the same church. And they are using the same car. The same life, low life. Churches where they honor the rich and they leave the poor. Churches where gossip is the order of the day. When worship becomes gossip. Churches where everything is gossip. There are some churches that what happened here, that people were crying. One of my daughters, was it Frances? Frances was crying while she was praying. Do you know why she was crying? She texted me. Her elder brother was caught up in the same thing. And the mother, every one of them went through hell. To the extent where the mom was telling her that, "Oh, you can't want yellow Bob, Papa." What's boy in English? Because she knew what she went through. The church will now come. And I said, Ọlọ́run gangan ló máa wọn tó sìn wọn. So person and so person. Wọ́n máa mú wọn ní Yahoo náà ṣe. Yahoo náà ṣe. Yahoo náà. Everyone say, Bíbélì ní pé ọjọ́ gbogbo tó lè. They will say all manner and stigmatize the innocent. And you expect people to come there and think they are loved. I said something this evening. And I've been saying it for years now. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. This is the true gospel. Where the pain of one can be the pain of all. But they received informations. Somebody, while he was living here, he gave people information. And he said, I was warning them concerning a certain prophet. And this guy, they love him so much. While I was leaving this guy, I had seen all this thing. So I told them, I said, please, be careful of this, my friend. I said, this, my friend. You're about to buy it, you will get it when you get home. I said, you know, it's parabolos. I said, this, my friend. Hey, Nakanaki. I said, be careful. I said, please. I said, before, this, my friend, Nakanaki, now you know, saying all of them, they do. Because it's all of us that do alike. We do everything alike. I said, please help me. When I say Nakanaki, I mean, he used to lecture people. Some of you are looking at me as if I say bad thing. Very good teacher. Ask this one. Almost taught this one lesson. And some others that escape. The way you escape, you talk. The way you did not escape, you keep quiet. And I said, please, be careful of this, my friend. Because I know you people follow me. But I link them to the church of this, my friend. And I link one girl there. And I said, please. Because I know, by the time you mock the girl now, the girl will say, now so they do. And the guy say, Prophet Sinbo is jealous of so person. Spoil me, spoil me, spoil me, spoil me, spoil me, spoil me. And those people spoil me with the same information. They carried it. They left here. Guess what? They went to that my friend's place. They realized everything. They cannot come back to ROE. They cannot go further, so they left him. One of them was the one that said he wanted to kill himself, was wallowing in regret, and began to tell me about this my friend. What I thought I knew, now he's updated. Be careful of information. Some of you hate people because of this one say. I had this one say. Why some of you just follow what this one say? Have you noticed that there's nothing you say about say that affects me? You are saying something about somebody that somebody say no. And I'm calling the person, please help me buy 5 alive. Because I don't care about what you say. The Bible says every man lie to his neighbor. Let me see what you are saying. That was the sin of Adam and Eve. They had it. They believed it. It is not what entered into a man from the mouth that defiled a man, but what cometh out of his heart. Because everything that cometh out of him come from the heart. And everything that entered the mouth come out from here. Have you learned? Be on your feet. So what did Adam eat? Apple, make sure. Don't really apple, agbalumo. People are tired of playing churches. That's why you see people here. People are tired of playing churches. They've gone everywhere. They've seen things. They've seen prophecy. You think I can prophesy? They've seen prophecy. They've gone everywhere. But the moment do you know why people like Michael Orokpo, Apostle Joshua Selman, Apostle Michael Orokpo, Apostle R.O Sinbo, do you know why they still have people following them in thousands? Because they are saying the truth. Those people brought real definition of a church. Differently from what we used to know. What do we know in church before? Do you know that we disrespect church before? So the extent where they will give you offering, you go and chop it. How many of you have done that? God has forgiven you. My God, I am your leader. You don't know anything. Are they chop offering? Anything will belong to sis, are they collector? So I'll go to my father and say, see, can I shock you? One day I chop offering plus my transport. That day, it was like all the punishment. God double it and give it to me. One day, I almost died. They gave me offering plus transport. I began to trek. And our church was like from here to like Alagbaka. More than safe. More than safe. Like from here to like almost Opaile. Yes. And I collected the transport, and I said, it's not far now. I didn't know that while I'm in the car, in a quick. And my father will ask, this day that so say, I'm not, did he come to church? They'll say yes or no. So I started very early. I began to trek. I was trekking. And by the time I got to church, I had already spent like half of the transport and offering on pure water and biscuits. Children can be so naive. While I was about to go back, in fact, I had already spent and entered the transport to go back. While I was about to go back, I planned before that I would follow one of my uncle and some girls, one of my uncle back home. By the time I got into his car, Uncle, good day, sir. Good day, how are you? Fine. He said, Uncle, I want to join you. He said, come inside. You see, pride will kill you. I saw babes. Girls, you know those girls we used to hide then in church? I saw all of them sitting down. And they say, let one of us lap you now. As me, I know I would have accepted lap. I said, no, I have my transport. I'll just, no problem, you can go, you can. No, we'll adjust for you. No problem. No, don't worry. I was smiling like a blackberry. By the time they left me, I began to trek. I trekked back again. By the time I got to my house, my God. I got home like something like 4 in the evening. Church would have closed like 11:30. I carried sleep from that 4. I slept till like 8. They woke me up. Come and eat. I slept again till the next day. While I slept, while I would gain consciousness, I would feel like my leg was. Can I shock you? Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that a pastor will tell you that he wants to do soap for you, 20,000, you didn't do, and I asked you for 100,000, and you gave it to me and you are apologizing that you don't have money? Why? Why? They told one of my son here, they said, buy amplifier and mixer. And he called me. He said, Papa, my mind does not want to buy. I said, well, the pastor said, I want to do something for you. Buy mixer and amplifier. I said, well, this guy wants to use it to start a church. But it's not bad, If your heart carries, you say, Papa, no. Guess what? Do you know the amount this same boy have spent in ROE? These are people that will give 200,000 and be apologizing. Sorry, sir. There's no money. These are people that will do things they'll do things times 2. Do you know why? Because now they are exposed to the truth and they don't want to cast spells to swine. That's why you eat your offering there. Yet, here, your offering is asking you, where is your offering? Because no matter the offering you are holding here, you are always feeling as if it's not enough. Have you noticed it? Because this way truth is dished out. People pass say, that's small boy. People pass Yahoo. People pass Olosho. Now they are not insulting only me. They are insulting you. And you are a tailor or fashion designer. They say, Olosho, you make cream. Olosho. Some of you are teachers. Olosho. This one, sell Sobo. Call Sobo. Olosho. Forex trader. Yahoo. What do you do? Forex trading. Yahoo straight. No comment. Straight. What do you do? He's a pastor. He sells cars. What does he do? Yahoo straight. They used to suspect people in this bar. What do you do? You all know him, right? A car dealer, right? Agba Yahoo. Huh? What do? Cryptocurrency. See the cap. Yahoo straight. What do? See your clothes, crypto. See stomach. Yahoo. What do? Yahoo straight. By the time you keep asking, what do? What do? Shut up, Olosho. That's what they've called us. So we all are Yahoo and Olosho. They've given them an information. And somebody that need the help of God here is passing this church. You that you are laughing, what do? Huh? Olosho. What do? Ketra, Olosho. This one is a small girl. What do? Artist, Olosho. Are you seeing? Is this not the same fair ladies that they say that they were seeing in the church? Baker, Ketra, artist, Olosho. Then they say it to others. Then their pastor say, hey, my Olosho, you enjoy. Hey. Be careful of information you hear. They will kill you. Those information. So God rejected Adam and Eve because they believed what they had. Put your hands together for Jesus. Lift up your offering. For those of you who never chopper.